A woman took her son to visit her husband's grave, but the boy was shocked to see that the man in front of them looked exactly like his father in the photo. He quickly said he had just seen his dad alive. The woman stood up to look, but only caught a glimpse of the man's back. She assumed her son was mistaken. After all, her husband had loved her deeply. If he were alive, why would he have stayed away for 5 years? It turned out that 5 years ago, the woman had married a poor man despite everyone's objections. The two were eagerly awaiting the birth of their child when their peaceful life was suddenly disrupted. One day, the woman received news that her father was seriously injured and hospitalized. She wanted to inform her husband immediately, but couldn't reach him as his phone was off. A scheming woman nearby offered to pass on a message for her, so the woman left a letter and rushed home to see her father. Unbeknownst to her, the scheming woman handed the husband a divorce agreement instead, and told him the woman had aborted their child and planned to marry into a wealthy family. The man refused to believe it and decided to rush home to confront his wife. But on his way out from the construction site, he was in a serious car accident and fell into a coma. Meanwhile, the woman received heartbreaking news that her husband's flight had crashed. Soon after, the housekeeper came to inform her that her father had jumped to his death after his company went bankrupt. Hit by back-to-back tragedies, the woman, 8 months pregnant, collapsed on the spot. 5 years passed. The woman raised her child alone with great difficulty. To buy a grave for her deceased husband, she even took out a 200,000 yuan loan. One day, the cemetery manager threatened to reclaim the plot if the loan wasn't paid. She begged and pleaded, and managed to get a 3-day grace period. But she knew it was nearly impossible to gather 200,000 yuan in 3 days, especially with her son needing surgery as well. Desperate, she took a job as a waitress in a bar. To her shock, her husband, presumed dead for 5 years, suddenly appeared before her. She thought it was a touching reunion and rushed forward to hug him, only to be met with coldness and resentment. The man had believed the lies of the scheming woman all these years, thinking his wife had left him for wealth and cruelly abandoned him. Now that they were face to face again, he vowed to take revenge for her betrayal. The woman had no idea that she had been framed back then. His best friend, seeing him so angry over a woman, got excited and joined in, forcing the woman to kneel and toast in front of everyone. Seeing her former lover so heartless, the woman was devastated. But to raise money for her son's surgery, she endured the humiliation. At that moment, the man received a call from his sister. The woman heard his gentle tone over the phone and assumed he had found someone new, which explained why he never looked for her and their child. Wanting to humiliate her further, the man forced her to drink an entire bottle of strong liquor. She stared at the bottle, then downed it in one go and turned to leave. But he wasn't done with her yet. He ordered his assistant to find out where she lived. When he rushed over, he saw her being thrown out by the landlord. However, due to poor visibility, he didn't see the child behind her. Learning that she had been evicted, he bought the house at 10 times the price and called to tell her she could stay, but had to sign a new lease. His real motive was to hear from her directly why she had left all